Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Atiawa First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. First of all, I'd like to put out a huge thank you for everybody that's been on Team Granny. Just got fabulous news this afternoon in that all the bloods are showing within normal range at the moment, which is fabulous. Means the neutrophils are up, the hemoglobin's holding its own, and the platelets are doing their thing. So, yeah, Team Granny, one round of chemo and looking amazing. So, of course, then the specialist said, okay, we're starting chemo again on Friday. So, second round. And after 2 rounds, and once the numbers get back up again, hopefully I'll be able to take my mum home, which is, an hour or so further away, which is why we're staying in the Airbnb here. And once I get her confidence back up again and get her into a routine back home, I will be able to head back to Australia myself at some stage. So really, really excited, and huge thanks to all of you that have been putting amazing energy out now. She's actually on a new almost like experimental chemotherapy regime. So, of course, her specialist is absolutely thrilled as well with her guinea pig results. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? I'm using my Gilded Tarot Royale. Does mean that's why I'm on a little bit late today, because we had unexpected blood tests when I was going to settle down and actually do my readings. Harris on the Fox interview. I want to have a quick look at how she's actually going to go. So I gather she's on tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, your time, whatever time that is over here on the other side of the world. So when I was thinking about this, I literally wrote down Harris on Fox interview, and I put in brackets straight afterwards, which is what the feel that I got, that a certain somebody's going to be really cheesed off because Fox is his channel. How dare she, and how dare they? So he's already on Untruth Social, carrying on about how Fox has gone soft, and how they're not asking the hard questions. This was from a dude who walked out from a 60-minute interview a couple of years back because he didn't like the questions, and then has refused to be interviewed again. And this is also from the guy who, in his Pennsylvania at the Oaks rally, refused to take any questions and basically stood and swayed and waved his arms around for about 40 minutes on the stage. I'll have a look at that in a moment. But so Brett Bayer, who is going to be the interviewer, has said there are no preconditions, nothing is off the table in what can be asked. He is the only one that knows the questions, so there's no pre-warning to Harris. Harris's camp hasn't said you can't ask about anything in particular. So how she's going to this is a prosecutor, history of being a prosecutor. She's used to being put on the spot, but this is going to put her on the spot a little. So let's have a look. How is Kamala Harris going to go with her Fox interview tomorrow night? The Brett Bayer interview. How is Harris? How's it going to go for Harris? Show me, how is this interview going to go for Harris? Come on down. Let's have a look. Okay, first card out. 9 of Wands. Okay. So this is very much about, I think she's just going to present her message. I think she's going to have a solid, firm backing in her messaging, and she's just going to present it as it is. 9 of Wands. I don't consider it's going to be soft at all. Yeah, I think there's going to be some tricky questions in there, but I think she's just going to play it straight, which is how she does. Okay. And the second signifier for her is strength, compassionate strength, empathic strength as well. But she's going to bring this strength, and she's going to have her lion tamed. So there's not going to be any emotional outbursts or any idiocy like that. Yeah, she's going to bring it. She's going to bring it. On the foundation, how's it going to go for Harris? 3 of Pentacles. It is my dark money card, but I'm not reading about dark money at the moment. This is about health, wealth, and opportunity. She may find herself with her feet to the flames a little in some of the questions, but they are going to be an opportunity for her to bring her own gold forward, because it is the furnace. She's going to face the furnace, but I think it's going to be an opportunity for her to present perhaps some monetary policy, or what her administration is going to create. Okay, in the past, we've got the insecurity, the Four of Pentacles, insecurity, paranoia. I don't think this is Harris so much. Oh, goodness, thank you. In the past, a certain somebody hiding behind the pot plant, refusing an interview. Who would that be? So in the past, this is the pandering to Trump, but his paranoia's got him hiding in the shadows at the moment. Crowning this reading, steady, dependable, reliant, bringing forth the message. It is also my mercenary actions card, so Fox might try and bring forward some rather leading questions, but she's not going to fall for it. So she's going to present with the policy, and I think there's going to be some fun. It's going to be heavy on the financial policy that steady government will bring forward. Immediate future in regards to this. Okay, entrapped by some messaging in regards to the family that may put her in an uncomfortable position. There may be the odd question thrown in about Doug and the stepkids or something, that she's just going to find herself, if I say entrapped by the question, she's not going to falter with it. She's going to bring forward messaging about what she can do for families and in support of families, whatever shape or form those families take. But she also might get a question or two. The two dragonfly I'm drawn to, and dragonflies for me are transformation. So I think she's going to get a couple of questions about Doug and the stepkids perhaps, but she's going to be able to turn those around. Okay, thank you. Love it when my voice comes through. She's going to be able to transform those questions to be more relatable to the table, the kitchen table families. Okay, thank you. Oh, yeah, shining her light externally, internally, a collective awakening, a call to arms, a wake-up call. So this could very possibly turn a few more Republican voters over to Democrat. But look at all this blue here. A wake-up call to all that the Democratic Party has on offer. Now, it's not a perfect party. And to be honest, it's the right in the US is so far right that in most countries the Dems would be considered moderate right. They're no way left on the world stage. But it is a wake-up call here. Hopes and fears that the questioning. She doesn't know the questions. She will have a choice about which path to go down. One path will appear obvious and one path will be the path of strength. I don't think she's going to end up down in the thicket at all. Yeah, she's got all the cards in play. She's able to manifest control, but also the feminine messaging as well, which I think is going to take some viewers unexpectedly. The High Priestess, it can be really stepping into your feminine energy and your feminine wisdom, or it might be the hidden agenda here being revealed that causes some confusion and doors will open as others close as she brings the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Truth and wisdom and knowledge and strategy and peace. Another Queen, Queen of Cups, emotionally stable, emotionally calm, but something she's got not yet revealed. And the King of Wands, about what's she going to reveal? It's usually my legislators card, my Congress card. This could also just simply be her bringing forward, because kings are externally doing, queens are internally doing. This is the inspirational messenger here. She could simply just be bringing forward unexpected information, but also might catch a few people unexpected at how cool, calm and collected she is, and she will be shining a light on the snake in the path, talking about working together in unity and bringing forward a powerful new message going forward. Wow. Okay. So I think Harris herself going to do brilliantly at doing really well. There might be a couple of questions that are out of left field that take her by surprise. I think she'll turn them around, those questions, and she will be able to answer them. There won't be any question evading, is what I'm getting. Oh, look, things being seen from a different point of view. Star of hope and healing and possibilities and unity. I think she's going to do really well. So I want to have a look. So Harris herself do really well. Show me how the Republicans watching the Fox interview. Okay, I'm getting that there's quite a number that are going to tune in to scoff and scorn at it. They're expecting to it's almost like they're going to have watch parties with family or mates or something. There's a number of them there that are going to watch it, thinking that they'll just sit there and scoff. Getting the word scoff at the television, but how are they? Is it going to cut through? How are Republicans going to respond to this interview? Okay, the Five of Wands. This is the infighting that's going on. This is basically the chaos of the Republican Party at the moment. The throwing under the bus, the blaming. So this is the signifier. This is the energy of the here and now. The disunity, the blaming, the chaos, the etc. But look what's on the bottom again. Seeing things from a different point of view. Challenged by. Now, this is the challenge that, okay, thank you. They're going to be challenged by the self-imposed restriction that they've put upon themselves. And this may be the female voters. So what I'm really getting, I'm getting the feels of, now take no offence at this if this is somebody's nickname, but I'm getting Bubba and Mrs. Bubba sitting on the couch. Bag of Doritos open, couple of beers on the coffee table. And it is the challenge is going to be for them that Mr. Bubba's going to be sitting there squaffing away. Mrs. is going to look at this really carefully and realise that the restriction that she's been put under is self-imposed, that she can break out of this position. This is a really interesting feels. Okay. Now, Linda G was talking about the pre-voting Pennsylvania figures, etc., coming in at the moment. Hugely in favour of the Democrats. Just be aware Democrats do prefer mail-in voting because it's so logical, and early voting, whereas Republicans like to turn up on the day. which is why Trump in 2020 thought he was in front because they'd only started counting the on-the-day votes. But I really feel on the day, these women, that's going to be the challenge to this conflict messaging that's happening amongst the Republicans. The challenge is going to be the women who feel that they have been restricted, that they have been chained up, but realizing that it's a self-imposed restriction, that they can break free from this in the voting booth. Okay, how are they going to feel? It is time. Getting a real draw to the women that will be watching this. It is time, and it is of its time. The wheel of fortune is turning. In the past, we've got the higher authorities. I'm getting the church. In the past, I'm really getting a big draw towards women. Let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading. The messaging is going to cause, especially those that perhaps, well, look at this figure. It's in red. He's wearing red. To second guess, to start actually choosing about what message it is that they want going forward, that they want to be part of, that they want to have for their future. And there is one obvious path, it's the path of strength, or you end up down in the dark thicket. This is fascinating. The immediate future, the knives poised, an ending to being subjugated, is that the word? It's the word the boys are putting in their mind, but you can tell that I'm book educated. Bringing an ending to what was, to being under the knife, under the thumb. And here's Harris herself, externally, internally, feeling forgotten, feeling out in the cold. I'm really feeling this is the women. The lack of control of their finances, of being shut out. It's also health, being shut off from making decisions about their own health, hopes and fears. So this is the Republican women, the Four of Swords, wounded and in retreat, or simply just having a lie down and a serious think about this, the outcome, like that, walking away from what no longer serves them. Loss, disappointment, heartbreak. Walking away, 3 cups spilt, 3 cups spilt. It's also the minor arcana death card, which is ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new, because there's 2 cups still standing here, and these 2 cups are below this tree that is full of fireflies. So walking away from what no longer serves, looking at what no longer serves, and considering a different choice. The 8 of Pentacles. I really think that this is in the voting booth looking at the options. And they are going to bring forth a fiery message. Right, on the base, we've got the Hanged Man, looking at things from a different point of view, as there is this articulate message of a new beginning, of a new plan. We've got the Page of Pentacles, again, a message of in regards to health and opportunity and wealth. And then we've got the King of Cups, which is the Biden administration. Because we are still until the end of January under the Biden administration. So this message is coming forward under the Biden administration. I think it's going to have through for the women that are sitting on the couch next to the dude scoffing his 4th beer for the night. He might be throwing, what he thinks is humorous shade at the telly. But the shade that he's throwing at the telly is hitting its mark, and it's the ending of control. I like this. He's throwing shade at the telly, but he doesn't realise that what he's doing is he's throwing SHIT at the woman sitting next to him as well. I think this is going to be a big turning point. Yeah, I think she's going to do well, and I think she's going to cut through, especially with Republican women. Okay, let's see how it plays. Love to you all. Catch you later. Bye bye.